There once was a world of beauty, with lands that stretched on forever, and skies you could drown in. The people of this world knew nothing but paradise, aspired to nothing more than to understand and perpetuate the wonders of their home. But one day, it all came to an end. As skies burned and nightmares rent the star, man and woman stood in defiance of their doom. They would sacrifice half their number. They would suffer any hardship for 1,000 lifetimes if needed, to the very edge of hope and sanity, to save their home. At the top of the Crystal Tower, a final showdown between the Warrior of Darkness and the Eorzean of Light. Two echoes, one of past and one of future, both fighting to save those they love and their worlds. The lines a repetition of the call from Shadowbringers, now we who bring the shadow against he who brings light. And this conflict that has endlessly tumbled through time meets its climax. Be it sung by the ancient soul within Zodiark, or the sundered beings of the world, the intent remains the same. The verse sings of the ancients' plight, the wonders of the unsundered world, now nothing more than a silent graveyard, empty testament to the world as it was. The surrender of their friends to create Zodiark, and their memory slowly drifting through the twilight of time, as we see the unsundered lose themselves as their recollections and purpose fade. There is a value in having a station, without need for justification. Elidibus held his duty as sacrosanct, and these lives of the world sundered are yet so ephemeral, passing before the eyes of those who remain. And here too, pleas to an emissary at the heart of Zodiark. Prayers to Zodiark and Elidibus, his heart, to save his people from their fall into oblivion, and the madness of the final days. Prayer to reclaim home, to keep the faith, and to hold to hope, and to remember that at journey's end, when the rains have ceased, they will see each other again. And now the other side which fights and clings to life. The pre-chorus sings of those sundered beings of the source and reflections. They are now sundered and flightless, like broken angels, and without wings, who must now walk to the gates of paradise. It is only now, graceless, that man can truly find the strength to carry on in the face of despair. Our lives like burning candles, all too quick to burn until the soul's released once more onto the ethereal sea. The chorus applies just as equally to both sides. Melodies of light and dark, black and white. Ultimately, all sorrow is painted in the blood of the lost. Sundered or unsundered, Ascian or Scion, in the end we are noble and vile. But in the reign, the dichotomy of good and evil, light and dark, fade to gray. For all anyone's power, the passage of time marches on, and the outcome of fate maintains. Fixed in one direction, we strive and we fight, to the very edge of our fates. Inescapably, all must learn the lesson. This too shall pass. Flames shall burn, giving way for ash, from which life springs anew. For the ancients' world to be restored, they first must see the end of ours. For ours to begin, we must first put an end to the past. The die and stones of anguish are cast by the ancients from their mistakes, and now, trapped in their tempering, they are caught in cages of their grief. A single choice stood before Elidibus now and then, and always for his people's salvation. To sacrifice for Zodiark, to mend their world both then and now at the cost of countless innocent lives. And he, the avatar of this deliverance. And even now, the Ascians lead the sundered like lambs to the slaughter, their flock to cull, to bring about the rejoinings and restore their friends and home. Should Elidibus fall here, he is the last of the unsundered. His end means that there is no one left to hold the torch of their story, and only ruins beneath the waves like Amarot will remain to remember them, fading slowly to nothing. We beings of a world sundered struggle through life clinging to faith built in lies and half-truths of corrupted myth. We only truly live to struggle, to survive in spite of the ever-nearing return of our souls to the ethereal sea, and the oft-repeated imagery of the amber heart of the star, Hydaelyn. Desperately, be it at Cartnow with the 12, or our own supplications to Hydaelyn, we pray to gods we've never even seen, holding to dwindling faith that they are by our side. Here at the Zenith, we fight to decide the fate of man and ancient, who will inherit the future of the star. There is no time left to learn or to question, only to act. Without a compass, final chorus, a final clash of blades, dark and light. At Syracus's apex, Scion and Sinner's confrontation comes to a close. For all their tragedy, the sacrifice of those innocent to ancient sins cannot be the coin to undo the mistakes of the unsundered world. And for us to see a bright tomorrow, first we must put an end to the world that came before. Hey all, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, praise the 12 by giving it a like and comment, or by subscribing. It goes a long way to helping the channel. Don't forget, new videos every week, and if you want to engage with us further, why not check out our Discord and Patreon in the link below and become a part of our community. With that said, see you around, fellow archons.